YouTube. This is Hack the Planet, and today I want to talk to you about an emerging technology that has failed to excite the mainstream public. And this device is Google Glass. Any article I've read about this, which I probably read about half a dozen articles today about Google Glass. It was in the top stories section again, due to the Explorer program being reopened. So anybody with $1,500 burning a hole in their wallet can go out and buy this device. And every article I read was talking about privacy concerns, backlash from the general public, especially in the San Francisco Bay Area, because it symbolizes the gentrification of the Bay Area. That's a whole other topic. That's not why I'm talking to you today. That's not why I made this video. The reason I'm making this video today is because I have the simplest answer to this problem, and I'm hoping that this video gets picked up upon, because one day I might want to buy a glass derivative, a comparable technology that does not have the stigma attached to it that we've seen with other wearable computers. Now, we all know at this point, with the current iteration of Google Glass, that it's completely tethered to your cell phone. I know that there's been an executive at Google. This conversation has been had, but we know the answer that was provided during this meeting was a solid no. And my request, and I hope that others feel the same way I do about this, remove the webcam. That's it. That's all you got to do. Remove the camera, and this thing becomes a mainstream success. And basically, the problem with Google Glass at this time is a severe case of Silicon Valley groupthink. I was checking, in which states does Google employ individuals, and it looks like it's mainly just California, New York, perhaps Washington, the D.C. area. They have a very small footprint anywhere else in the country, and that's led to, I believe, a workforce that does not resemble in any way the regular on-the-street American that you would see in Idaho, Oklahoma, Georgia, for instance. And ultimately, those are the individuals that this product has to appeal to. And while I'm sure I don't fault them for coming up with that design, if you want to make a piece of wearable technology appeal to mainstream Americans, the first thing you have to do is remove the stigma, and this is all a problem that Google has built itself with Google Glass. First, it has a camera built into it right there. I mean, it raises all sorts of privacy concerns. And consider me a naysayer, but on the flip side, the ones that are advocating for Google Glass will say that this is no different than when a wearable stereo system was questioned in the 70s, or cell phones in the 80s and 90s. But this is a whole other level. Like, seriously, this is the equivalent of walking around pointing your cell phone at everybody and taking pictures. And the least painful way to overcome this stigma, take the camera out of it. You still have a heads-up display that will notify you of any sort of notifications. You still have voice controls that will remotely operate your cell phone, which you still have in your pocket. And it makes the camera built into Google Glass wildly redundant. You're already walking around with a camera in your pocket, and that's why you have the label glass hole that came right out the gate with Google Glass, and why it still has failed to appeal to the mainstream. And instead of having some new design, or having artisans design this thing, I mean, it sounds like Frank and Oak is designing Google Glass in San Francisco right now. Instead, ask other companies, like, just for example, contract some design work out to Mossy Oak and see what they come out with. But if you want mainstream appeal with this thing, get rid of the camera, okay? Get rid of that camera and camo. Do a camo paint job on it. Boom, you got a million seller right there. Just take the camera out of it. There's no reason that you need two cameras. I understand there is a desire for many to wear a camera on your face. And to that I say, that's fine. You can make a separate device that does not have the heads-up display. Or you can make one that does have a camera, I suppose. I wouldn't want Google to continue trying that. We actually, we already have the camera. You're not going to eliminate the stigma unless you first completely remove the camera. If Samsung's working on this thing, they need to remove the camera as well. That's not the way to move forward with Google Glass for right now. You got to take that camera out of it. And immediately, public opinion will change on this. It will stop on a dime, turn around. You'll get a complete 180 on the public's perception of Google Glass if you just simply remove the webcam. And it does not serve the most vital purpose. That's not what Glass was about. It was about getting a notification, voice commands, without having to reach for your phone, much in basically doubling as a Bluetooth headset, while also providing you with a HUD, just like you would see in any first-person shooter, for instance. Anyways, for all the viewers out there, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for checking out this video.